Ever wondered if your brain has the ability to change and adapt? It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? Well, brace yourself for this revelation. Your brain is not a rigid, unchanging organ. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's an incredibly dynamic and adaptable entity, constantly evolving in response to our experiences, our environment, and even our thoughts. This capacity to change and adapt isn't just about growing and forming new cells. It's about creating, strengthening, and even discarding connections between these cells, based on what we learn, what we remember, and how we interact with the world around us. It's about our brain's amazing ability to reorganize itself, to alter the strength of its connections, and to form entirely new pathways. This might sound like something out of a science fiction novel, but it's very much a reality. Indeed, your brain possesses the remarkable ability to reshape itself, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. So, what exactly is neuroplasticity? Well, imagine your brain as an ever-evolving landscape, with paths being formed, strengthened, and sometimes even erased. This dynamic process of change is known as neuroplasticity. In more scientific terms, neuroplasticity is your brain's remarkable ability to form and reinforce new neural connections. Whenever you learn a new skill, your brain isn't just passively absorbing information. Instead, it's actively adapting, creating, and strengthening pathways to make this new knowledge part of you. Now let's delve a bit deeper. Your brain cells, or neurons, communicate through bridges known as synapses. When you engage in a new activity or challenge, these synapses fire up, creating a connection. The more you practice, the stronger these connections become, making the skill more natural to you. Neuroplasticity isn't just about learning new things, it's also about unlearning and relearning. It's how we adapt to changes, overcome challenges, and ultimately how we grow. So, in essence, neuroplasticity is the core of how we adapt, learn, and grow. Does this mean adults can also harness the power of neuroplasticity to improve their cognitive abilities and emotional well-being? Absolutely, and there are several ways to do so. Let's take a moment to highlight some activities known to boost neuroplasticity. Consider learning a new language. Each new word or phrase you memorize creates and strengthens neural pathways, helping your brain adapt to this new form of communication. Or perhaps you might engage in a strategic game of chess. Each move and countermove challenges your brain, promoting the growth and strengthening of neural connections. Even a physical activity like juggling can enhance your brain's plasticity. The coordination and timing required to keep multiple objects in the air simultaneously stimulate your brain in unique ways. These activities aren't just about challenging your brain, though. They're about engaging with it consistently. By regularly participating in these tasks, you're not just building neural pathways, you're reinforcing them. But remember, it's not just about complexity. Consistency is vital when it comes to strengthening these neural connections. Did you know that mindfulness practices and positive thinking can physically change your brain? Yes, you heard it right. Activities like meditation and yoga are not merely relaxing exercises. Engaging in these mindfulness practices can lead to significant changes in your brain, particularly in areas responsible for attention, stress regulation, and empathy. So how does this work? When we consciously focus on our breath or a specific thought, we're actually training our brain to become more aware and present. This heightened state of awareness can then translate into improved focus and emotional regulation in our daily lives. In the same vein, positive thinking plays a pivotal role in reshaping our brain. By intentionally fostering a positive mindset, we can strengthen the neural pathways associated with happiness and stress relief. This practice can literally rewire our brain to better handle life's challenges. Your thoughts indeed hold power, and by changing your thought patterns, you can significantly impact your brain's structure and function. Habits, both good and bad, are also a result of neuroplasticity. Each habit you form is like a well-trodden path in your brain, created and strengthened by repeated actions. When you decide to break a bad habit, it's like forging a new path through a dense forest. It's challenging, but the magic of neuroplasticity makes it possible. Think of it this way. When you repeat a behavior, your neurons fire in a particular pattern. Over time, this pattern becomes more established, making the behavior almost automatic. This is how habits form. But here's the exciting part. When you consciously decide to act differently, you create a new neural pathway. The more you follow this new path, the stronger it becomes, gradually overriding the old habit. By understanding how different areas of the brain are influenced by neuroplastic activities, you can rewire your brain and change your habits. The power to transform is literally at your fingertips. The potential of your brain is limitless. With each new day, we are presented with opportunities to reshape our brains, to grow, learn, and adapt. Embracing neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt, allows us to harness this dynamic power for our own personal growth. Imagine a world where you're not limited by age or circumstance, where you can continuously learn and evolve. That's the world neuroplasticity offers. It's the key to lifelong learning, to expanding your mind and your horizons. It's how we can improve our cognitive abilities, enhance our emotional well-being, and truly make the most of our mental potential. But it's not a passive process. It requires curiosity, effort, and above all, consistency. It's about challenging your brain, pushing your boundaries, and embracing the journey of personal growth. It's about creating a better, healthier, more fulfilled you. Start today, challenge your brain, and watch as you transform your life through the power of neuroplasticity.